Hello everyone, welcome back. Matt Johnson here, Solutions Engineer with Hagerman & Company. Today we're going to be making a line-based family so that we can place that into projects for things like life safety plans. In this case we'll be creating a wall tape that will be physically placed into a project as a family so that it can be scheduled, and things like lengths and even materials can be attached to it. I've just got a wall here, and what we're going to do is we need to make two families. So the first family we're going to make is with the generic model template, and so we're at the reference level here inside of our family, and I'm just going to do a simple extrusion of a small rectangle here. Now keep in mind this is going to be placed on the reference level in a floor plan view inside of the family. And all I'm doing is creating a generic family of two extrusions, which would be a long segment and a short segment, that would make up, after being arrayed in our line-based family, it will make up sort of a line type effect, so that when we place the line-based family into a project, it will sort of behave like a line type, and so with a long segment and a short segment it's going to behave like a center line type. So I just want this to be somewhat uniform, so I've got a 3-inch small segment. I've got 2 inches in between the segments. So when you do this, you want it to be uniform. So we're just going to save this family in a place that we can find it here in just a second. Okay, now we'll go back and close all these views and save this. Now that we go back into our project, what we want to do is create another family, but this time we're going to use the line-based generic model. And it starts out with some reference planes and a length parameter already built in. So what we want to do is go to the Insert tab, and we want to load in our wall tape block family that we just placed, and we'll go down to our families in the project browser, and we can just drag and drop that family that we just created over into our line-based family. The crosshair of the vertical and horizontal reference plane is going to be the insertion point. So what we want to do is move this first one over 2 inches so that we can create the gap effect, because it's going to repeat itself when the line-based family is inserted into the project. So we want to make an array out of this family here, and you only need 2 to get started. So you want to pick on this right reference plane and make sure you use the move command so that it kind of snaps on the end there. So that's the overall length, and you see that parameter is 2'2". So we want in between the two arrayed objects, we want to make sure that we lock those down so that it always starts from the beginning with the gap, and it maintains that gap in between those. So we click on the array, and you just name that parameter and create a label out of that, so that will show up into our type parameters here. Now we have that parameter there, and the formula is going to be that parameter that we just created from the array times the distance from the beginning or start reference plane to the end of the first object in the array. And that will give the effect that the next time that you move from there to the end of the first one, so that if you pass that point, it will always add another block onto the array. So when we load this into our family, we now have this as a family that we can draw as a line, and that's a line-based family. Now there's a 3D object wall tape, and that can be scheduled. Sometimes it will add one on, you just drag that back. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you next time.